special.
Welcome to the Channel 6 High School Football Game of the Week. Today's game features Princeton at Bluefield. Today's game is brought to you by Chevrolet. Let us prove we care about you. The First National Bank of Bluefield, now with 3 convenient locations to take care of you. And Cole Chevrolet Cadillac and affordable rentals. And now from Bluefield, Duncan Armstrong and Coach Tony Colliver.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the High School Game of the Week. I'm Duncan Armstrong along with Tony Colliver. We have one of the better games of the week this week, Bluefield Princeton. Coach, what can you say about this one?
Well, this is the kind of week a coach likes. You've got a rivalry, 2 county teams. You don't have to work hard. The kids work on their own, and this is going to be a good ball game, beautiful night, and a lot of intensity, a lot of electricity in the air right now.
The key in all week has been both clubs holding on to the football. Cortez especially, he'll be the key to Bluefield tonight.
Well, Cortez is a great high school back, and he can be dangerous. He can beat you in a lot of ways, and, of course, when you drop the ball, you just become an average back, and he's got to hold on to the ball for Bluefield to be successful.
How about Princeton? They shift formations. They go to the wing tee instead of the eye. Do you think that might affect them? It has the past couple of weeks. They've done all right out of it.
Well, Princeton hasn't been scoring much of late, but they've been doing a great job on defense, and as long as you're playing good defense, you're going to be in a ball game. So their defense, if it's tough, they'll be in the ball game right to the end. There's no question about it.
We'll see how tough it is right after this timeout on the High School Game of the Week.
The First National Bank of Bluefield has been serving you since 1891, and we've changed to meet our customers' growing banking needs. Hello, I'm Buzz Wilkinson, President of the First National Bank of Bluefield. And in keeping with our long tradition of progress and growth, we're proud to announce the grand opening of our College Avenue branch location. Our College Avenue branch is another chapter in the history of the First National tradition. That's our commitment to serving you with full-service banking. The College Avenue branch offers complete drive-through and convenient walk-in service. And coming soon, 24-hour banking with Impact. It's part of our tradition of service. We're branching out to serve you better. We're looking for better ways to take care of you.
The First National Bank of Bluefield, member FDIC.
Okay, back to the action. Reason for the timeout. 4th and 16. Princeton only had 10 men on the field. Coach called it alertly. Now that defensive stance will give Beaver good field position. It also fires them up because they know they can stop the running of Robbie Martin. And he hits a great punt to the right side towards Steve Brown, and it's a Tiger roll. He takes it at the 11. He's going to go try and go straight upfield on his own. He gets across the 20 to about the 22. And it looked as though we were going to have a fight there, Coach. The entire bench. We have a clipping there, so we'll send the ball back.
I don't think it was clipping. I think it was hitting the ball carrier when it was clearly out of bounds, and it'd probably be a 15-yard personal penalty.
We're going to go with one back out of the eye. That'll be Cortez Martin, 1st and 10 at the 38 with 9:59 to go in the first quarter. Cisco, the quarterback, Martin handoff. He's got room. He's across the 45, across the 50, to about the 46-yard line. Good straight ahead running.
And just a straight lead off the short side off a box. They had an extra back over there, and Bluefield is going without the huddle to try to catch Princeton off balance defensively.
We saw this a couple weeks ago against Beckley. It worked, but they couldn't hang on to the football. Remember that? They had 8 turnovers in that game. Wide right is the fullback. That is Banco, and they're calling to Steve Brown over the right side. He's got room. He's got men in front of him.
And we've got another flag. We've got another flag. Very high. And the rivalry starts to slip.
Cisco, the pitch out to Martin on the left side. He's got room. He bounces off one tackler across the 15 down to about the 13-yard line.
First down.
Straight ahead running, Coach. That'll be first
down.
Again, with 9:25 to go, Beaver is on the march.
We've run 3 plays for Beaver. One was a straight dive off the weak side. a quick pitch running right, and then a quick pitch running left. Each one of those plays was a great big gainer, and we had 2 penalties tacked on.
Cisco still the quarterback for the Bluefield. He's in passing formation. He's going to the right side. He's got receiver Brown. Touchdown, Bluefield. Nice call as he rolled out. Fake over to the left side of Martin. He had Brown, and he also had Cortez Martin in the end zone, Coach. A good call.
Play action. Made a fake. Made a great fake. Rolled back. Had great protection. There's no one near him, and he was able to pick out the open receiver Brown. He just walked in.
To the kicking duties, number 45, Charles Wallace. They're going to send the rush. They're going to try and block this one. The kick is up, and it's looked as though it's through the uprights, and it is just barely made it.
Barely, barely. If it had to go another yard, it wouldn't have made it.
Coach, the reason that was possible, you said the emotions was a big thing. At the first play of the drive, you saw the flag, and then you saw the flag. 2 big penalties, and they march it all the way down. They go in.
There's such a thing as getting too high for the game because you're so fired up that you're wanting to do so well that you hit late or hit behind the back. And what you have to do is hope that you get over that real quick and play with emotion, but settle down and have control of yourself.
Well, Princeton's going to get another opportunity on offense. Beaver has an outstanding defense to stop them, and it's only 4 down. They get the ball, and they go straight downfield, but the key to that drive was the 2 penalties to Princeton. First, the late hit, and then another personal foul that just moved it all the way down the field for them, and then Cortez, the big run on the left side, then the pass to Steve Brown for Pat Cisco. 9:09 to go, 7-0 in favor of Beaver. This is the quickest they put on points on the board all year. Charles Brunt hits a high, deep kick. It'll be taken in by Martin at the 15-yard line. He's got the wall again, right side, but it'll be brought down by number 45, Charles Wallace. He sheds him off, and he's still going at it.
Uh-oh.
He's got left side. He's got the speed. He's across midfield, and we have another flag.
That's a great, great run back, but those kids are going to have to settle down. Both groups were having too many flags, and you're not going to help your team offensively or defensively by getting flags. And I see 2 flags on the field.
Richie Wolf still the quarterback for Princeton. You've got Sink and Martin in the backfield. Sink gets the straight ahead call across the middle. Forget him about 2 on the play, Coach.
And we've got another flag. We've got another flag. Clearly after the play, there is really, you cannot help your ball club getting personal fouls. You've got to settle down and play football.
It's been almost an instant replay of the last drive for Bluefield. They get 2 flags, they score. Now Princeton on the march because of personal fouls from Bluefield.
Princeton had a good first down play, about 4 or 5 yards, but now they have it 1st and 10 on the 20 as a result of 2 personal fouls out of 2 plays.
Wolf still quarterback for the Tigers. They're going to go into that wing T formation. We told you about that at the top of the program. Wolf in a passing formation. He's got
him open.
He's got Stroop. Stroop's across the 10-5, and he's met at the 5-yard line. Down across the 5 to the 4-yard line, Coach. Good play action pass.
Very good, very good. Play action. It looked like an off tackle out of a tight T. Fake to the tailback, let him go through, and then they ran the halfback off and sent a man underneath, and he was wide open.
First and goal for the Tigers from the Beaver 4-yard line. Again, penalties in the story so far. 7:49 to go. They're on the march. 1 quick play action, and it'll be a tied ball game. Out of the T again. Handoff. Martin straight ahead. He's across the 3 to about the 2-yard line. Now it's going to be a battle of the defense and offensive line.
There's no question about it. And if those young men don't settle down in there, there's going to be another penalty down close to the goal line. The emotions are running so high that some of the people are forgetting about playing football.
Second and goal from about the 2.5-yard line for the Tigers. We have 7:12 to go. Clock ticking away. They send Stroop to the outside along with 88 Ron Smith. Martin, a handoff straight ahead. He's got the ball line. Touchdown, Tigers. Folks, it's what we called. We said it would be who could blow who off the line. And they give it to Martin, and Martin blows everybody out and goes in for the 2.
Oh, there's no question about that, Duncan. But the key thing in both those drives, even though the teams moved the ball, both teams had the benefit of 2 personal fouls to help them on the drive.
All right, now it's like a 0-0 ball game here, tied. And the kick is up, and it is through the upright.
Nope. They threw it out to the man. It's a 2-point conversion. Princeton's leading 8-7.
They take it 8-7, and now we have a 1-point difference in this ball game, Coach. What can you say about this one? Penalties the story so far, and some good running. What really set it up and gave them the momentum was that kickoff return from Robbie Martin.
The kickoff penalty, the kickoff run, a penalty tacked on, a personal foul later down the road, another. That's 30 yards that you don't have to gain. You just march those off.
Deep to receive for the Beavers. Of course, you've got Cortez Martin in the middle. On the right side, him, number 43, Steve Brown. And on the right side again, that is number 22, Steve Atkins. Now, Atkins showed what he could do against Beckley a couple of weeks ago. He's got the speed. Last week, he showed he could do pretty good, too, against a tough Mountie ball club. Unfortunately, they walked away a 28-12 loser. Doing the kick duty for Princeton is number 2, Joe Sabo. It's a high deep kick on Atkins' side. He'll take it at the 10, but he'll let it go out of bounds. So they're going to move it 5 yards forward and re-kick it again. Sabo puts it on the kick tee again. He'll have to redo it because he kicked it out of bounds. Steve Atkins watches it go. This time he kicks it straight at Cortez Martin, but Brown will go back. He'll take it at his 10. He's going to go for the wall on the right side, but he's not going to go anywhere. Just good pursuit by Princeton, Coach.
Yeah, great pursuit, but still a good run because the blocking was too far ahead of him. It took the ball a little longer to get there, and they set their blocks and some to Princeton. And I thought Brown did a good job returning that ball to about 35 and a half.
It'll be first and 10 from the 36-yard line, 6:50 to go. 8-7 in favor of the Tigers. Again, Beaver not going out of the huddle as they have shown in the past few ball games, not using much time. Cisco back to pass. He wants Brown on the outside, but he overthrows him. Even if he would have caught it, Coach, he would have been nailed right away.
It would have been, but it would have been about a 6-7-yard game, which would have been a good play. Princeton, beg your pardon, Bluefield operated that time with nobody set behind the quarterback. They had a short back and 2 wideouts.
Nobody wide out this time. You've got Brown, the only one in the backfield. Cortez will go in motion. Cisco again to pass. He's going to go for Brown again, and he's got him. He's got the receiver, and
was out of bounds.
Barely out of bounds. The receiver that time, number 47, Wendell Johnson, not Steve Brown. Coach, he had him if it just would have been thrown in bounds.
Right, he just threw the ball a little too wide. It was out of bounds, and but I'll say this, so far, as long as he can get protection like that, which he's had, he has a chance of hitting on one of those long ones.
They send Johnson wide out to the left. Call, Cortez left side, he'll go nowhere. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by number 42. He makes the initial hit. That is Mark Wood. Also in on the tackle, number 77, Ed Nieswinder, shot through. Deep to receive, that'll be number 88, Ron Smith. Cisco will do the punting duties. He is a quarterback, and you never know. The way Coach Shamar has his bag of tricks, he could dig deep to see what he can pull out, but Cisco in punting formation. The rush, hardly none at all. It's a wobbler. It's taken by Six. No, it is bobbled, and he will go nowhere, but he's got the room. He's going to go left side, and he's met. What a nice tackle. The ball is down.
Ball is there.
5:32 to go. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. They're going to go out of that wing tee, this time a tight one. The handoff to Sink. He's across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. We had a official timeout on the field. They said they're going to go out of the wing tee with Martin, Sink, and Stroop. And now Martin straight across the 42 to about the 45-yard line. He was met straight ahead by Charles Wallace, and then the game tackle just kind of pushed him back. So gain of about 2 on the play. This time again out of the full tee. The past couple times, same thing. Stick the handoff. He'll go nowhere. He's met straight at the line of scrimmage. And that'll make it 4th down and 4 to go from the 45. You know they're going to have to punt. So Beaver will not have that good field position depending on how the run back will come out. 3:46 the time ticking off the clock here, Coach. It's been a pretty exciting first half. A couple touchdowns, which what we look for. And we said this just may be an exciting football game.
There's no question about it. Now that the teams have settled down, they've ran 2 series of plays without a penalty, and it looks like neither team has been able to move the ball.
They're going to go for the reverse to Martin, right side, across the 25 to 30, 35, 40. Crossed the 45 about the 47 yard. He did that all on his own.
Yes, he had a couple blocks, but that was a good run turn. He made a good move on the sideline, cut back inside of a block, came out to the sideline, and has got good Bluefield on about the 50, 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 48.5-yard line. Make that to 49 with 3:18 to go. Princeton still up by a point. Bluefield not wasting much time. They're going to send Cortez wide out to the left, and Banco lining up behind the left guard. Cisco on the quarterback option across the 45 about the 44-yard line. A smart call that time, Coach. No one expects Cisco to run. He hasn't shown us that he could do it all year.
Nope, they lined Banco left to the quarterback and he went up through the hole, and they ran an option left.
They go behind the blocking of Steve Banco. Banco lining up the right side this time out of the eye. Cortez. And he gets the call right side. He's got to go nowhere. If he makes it to the line of scrimmage,
and
he's lucky.
And we have another flag.
42, Mark Wood, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. He meets him in the backfield, but Cortez's legs get into the line of scrimmage, if that, Coach. Okay, not wasting much time out of the huddle. They march it back. 2nd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Handoff, Brown, right side. He's got Cortez in front. He's across the 50.
He might go.
He might go. He's across the 30. Brought down at the 35-yard line, Coach. It looked as though he was going to go. He was spinning left and right.
Great running. He never should have gotten that much yardage. He was hit several times, but through effort, he kept spinning, running, fighting for yardage, and got him a 1st down.
2 wide to the left. You got Banco lining right up on the right side. Cisco back to pass. He's got Brown. He's also got Tomlin. And he's going to go down. He goes down at the 48-yard line. Great rush by number 77, Ed Nieswinder. Also, number 70, Eric Bowling in on the rush. And when you've got a guy that's 6'3", 255 in onside, also Ed Nieswinder, the guy's huge. He might as well go down so you don't get hurt.
And the man that made the play was 72, Alan Terry, a linebacker. They blitzed both linebackers that time. Bluefield had 2 men out wide, only 1 back to pick him up, and Terry forced him out of the pocket, and the other people cleaned up.
Strickline and Brown with a wide out, and he had him, Coach. But the rush was so great they couldn't do anything. That is a loss of 7 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 21 at the 48-yard line. Pitch out, Cortez, left side. He's across the 40. Oh, what a hard tackle by number 38. Mark Howard just hit him at the knees, and he went down.
And then we have another flag.
Cortez is on the sideline right now. They're going to send 2 out.
Excuse me, Duncan, this is a passing formation. No deep back to take the handoff.
And Brown, Cisco, here comes the rush, and he is met by number 78. Actually, 18, he goes straight. Curtis Tilley just nails him on the blind side. He had no one. He was lucky to get that ball away.
Right. The tackle just jarred, just caused the ball to be thrown poorly. It certainly wasn't the quarterback's fault. No one can throw on a hit like that.
Well, that's the reason they moved Banco to the left side on the fullback so Cortez can run over the left side. But since they have Kevin Nelson in there, he is not holding his own so far, Coach, like Steve
Well,
Banco.
it isn't that. What is happening is every time that Bluefield has got into a no back behind the quarterback, Princeton is center linebackers. There's a deep reverse.
Reverse to Cortez.
He's got it.
Across the 5-30.
He's got it.
Great arms on him. He'll be brought down at the 20-yard
tell you this.
A game-saving or a touchdown-saving tackle by number 14, Michael Baldwin, to make sure he would go nowhere. Now, that's why he's one of the best backs on the Eastern Seaboard, Coach.
And that was a great run, a great play. To get a first down on that, that's just like money in the bank.
Cortez left side, he's got the hole. He spins and swirls down about the 11-yard line, so that'll make it second and 2. But Coach, we have another flag number 7. That'll be second and 5 at the 13. Bluefield on the mark thanks to the big run with Cortez over the right side. They're going to go out of the eye. Martin to call right side. He's across the 10. Oh, just gets brought down at the 10-yard line. His knees were taken out from under him. Again, coming off the bottom of the pile. 77, Ed Neatswinder. Also 75 for Princeton, Ed Neely. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Cole Chevrolet Cadillac has got Chevy trucks to burn. It's our gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz. With clearance prices on all new 85 S10 pickups, S10 4x4s and Blazers, plus full-size pickups, Chevy vans, and the new size Astro van. During the gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz on now. Go for the gold at your gold medal Chevy dealer, Cole Chevrolet Cadillac.
Braincraft Waterbeds across from McDonald's on Bluefield Avenue wishes the area high school teams a winning season. At Braincraft, you'll be a winner too. You'll win against high prices. You'll win against second quality. Braincraft uses only top quality products. And you'll win against poor service. Braincraft is the area's only true waterbed specialty shop with a full-time service department. Come see why Braincraft sells more waterbeds than anyone else. At Braincraft, you'll win.
I'm Richard Shoemate, and at Shoemate Oldsmobile, the 1986 Oldsmobiles are rolling in every day, and we want to start the 86 model year off with a bang. So we're offering super deals on all of our 86 Oldsmobiles, so won't you come in today while the selection is fantastic. That's at Shoemate Oldsmobile, Route 460 Green Valley on the Bluefield Princeton Road. Come in and let us prove we care about you.
Welcome back to Mitchell Stadium. In the break, we find out 7 official flags thrown in the first quarter. All of them major except for one that on the holding call. 3rd and 2 from the 11-yard line. Call out to Brown right side. He's across the 10 down to about the 7-yard line, so that'll be first down for Beaver. First and goal for them at the 7-yard line, Coach. It's a good call on the right side to Steve Brown.
Well, Bluefield has been successful on wide plays. A long run by Martin, several runs by Brown. They've been more successful outside than they have been inside.
Bluefield first and goal, 11:33 to go. They're down by 1, 8-7. They're going to go out of the power I formation. Cortez call left side. He's across the 5. He's going to beat the defender. Steve Brown, touchdown. They faked it for Cortez, coach, and go to Steve Brown. His speed got him in.
Cortez and Steve Brown just got that touchdown on speed. He was able to outrun the Princeton defender, get on the outside of it.
They're going to go for 2, but a few yards back because we had a delay of game call. The coach made a good point. He said that Princeton has got the beef up front, but they don't have the speed. Now Bluefield's got the speed and a rare call. They're going to go left side of Cortez. He's in for the point. He just walked in. You said almost a sure passing situation, but I think he out-fooled Trabucco. Charles Wallace do the kicking duties in the middle. You've got Robbie Martin, left side of him. Max Sick, right side of Martin. 14, Michael Baldwin. It's a high, deep kick left side towards Martin. He'll take it at the 10. He's got the wall, and he may go. He's across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. A saving tackle from Bluefield. Number 20, Chris Bradley, made sure that he wouldn't go anywhere else. At least he stood him up, and everybody else kind of followed that pursuit.
No, it wasn't Wolf, was it?
Sorry, Coach. It's number 47, Gary Mills. Wolf,
Right,
quarterback.
right,
They're going to go out
right.
in the tight T formation. Hand off Martin, but he's met at the scrimmage, but Banco just shot through. Pointed, he stand him up.
Both ball clubs are doing a lot of things alike. Beavers in a 6, a little different than they normally play, with a monster, Brown in the middle, and they shot linebacker, and Banco went in there clean, and we actually hit him almost as soon as he got the ball.
That's what you want to see, get in the backfield as quick as you can. Surprised he hung on to the football. So that'll be 2nd and 12, a lot to 2 on the play, 35-yard line, 10:31 to go. Pitch out, Max Sig, right side, across 35-40. But we have a flag on the play. He's down to the 45-yard line. We have a holding. Coach, what would you call? Also, we have another one at the point where the ball is marked. Ball is marked at the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and down, 7. Call is pitched out to Martin, but we have a fumble on the play. But
Princeton recovered.
Princeton has recovered. It was a poor pitch out from Wolf to Martin. He didn't know whether to go for it or just let it be a live ball, but he alertly came back and fell on the football.
He had to. It was a lateral. It was off an option play that dove the fullback, and they were going to run an option to the left side, and the toss was really bad. It hit at his feet, and it was a free ball at that point because it was backwards, clearly.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 15 from the 33-yard line. 3rd and 14, 9:31 to go. Passing formation. Here comes the rush. He had the receiver, but he dropped it. 45, Richard Croy hit him in the numbers, Coach. He let it go on the diving attempt.
They ran a drag pattern with the tight end. He went down the field and crossed, and he actually hit him in the hand, but the young man just couldn't hold it.
Two of the best hands for Bluefield to field the punt. Cortez one side, Steve Brown on the other. Corey gets the punt, but it's blocked. It'll be a Beaver ball.
Regardless, it's a Beaver ball.
Down at the 27-yard line. That is blocked by number 50 as he's raising his arm. David Potter, he just left it. He knew he blocked it right away, Coach. Now that's what you do in a rush. That's a good block.
Good block, and that's part of the kicking game, which can really change a football game.
So Beaver will take the football in great field position on the Princeton 26.5-yard line. You couldn't ask for anything better unless it was in the end zone.
No, this is what we call a 4-down position. When you get the ball down on your end of the field, you get 3 in the kick. Here you've got 4 downs to get your first down, and that makes a great position.
1st and 10 with 9:04 to go. Reverse to Cortez. Right side, goes Brown, right side. It looks as though they're going to Cortez. Even had median faked out a little bit, and they give it to Brown. Again, they did the same thing on the TD play. You've got Cortez, the only back, 8:27 to go. Pitch out, Cortez, left side. They're going behind the fullback again. He's outside, across 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Bluefield.
And we have a flag. We have a flag.
It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 24-yard line. 8:17 to go. Power left formation. Banco shifting. They're going to go wide again. They're going to go wide again. Banco in on pursuit. And he's going to be brought down. Number 22. That's a great tackle. That is Ronald Stroop in on the stop, Coach. He made sure Ashley Neely, and we have another flag. Yes.
Duncan, I think what here is both coaches have been told to talk to their teams to settle them down. And I'll tell you right at this point, anytime that officials come to your sideline and request that you talk to your team, you better settle down because they're going to throw a quick flag. Right at this point, we have both head coaches on the field with their squads around them, and they're talking to them. And I know what you're telling them. Settle down, play football, nothing extracurricular after the whistle. Keep your mouth shut because they're going to throw the flag.
8 minutes to go before halftime. 15-8 in favor of Bluefield. Had great field position, but they cough it up thanks to 2 big penalties. They total 10 penalties, 115 yards. 3rd and 33 from the 50. Cortez called left side. Johnny Boyd by 40. He's got daylight. Oh, good tackle. Good saving tackle by number 12. Richie Wolf, the quarterback, just put Cortez got back 20 of those yards, so that means it'll be 3rd down and about 10 to go for the 1st down.
Right, and here again, Bluefield has just done a fantastic job of gaining yardage outside on a toss. Quarterback just taking the ball, tossing it to the deep back or running off a reverse, going wide. And I strongly suspect it'll be a toss again, but he'll cross me up and pass. Yes,
he does pass, Coach. He's going deep. He's got Cortez. Touchdown, Bluefield. What do you say, Coach?
2 plays and 50 yards. Your defense just really shouldn't let that happen, but it does. They really shouldn't let that happen.
That's a 32-yard strike from Pat Cisco to Cortez Martin. Martin had the entire defensive secondary outrun. It was a great pass. He just goes back, lets it go. Nice little spiral right into the waiting hands of Cortez. What can you say, Coach?
Unusual pass in that Cortez Martin was lined up at the deep back as if he were going to run the ball.
It's through the upright. It's a bullet. It's 21-8 in favor of Bluefield. Now we had the unsportsmanlike call. We had the personal foul. They marched in. It was 2nd and 33. The big run. Cortez again on the pitch out. Then the 32-yard strike, Coach. That's what I call good football. Good coaching.
No question about it. At this point in the game now, the Princeton kids have to settle down, mount a drive. Even if they don't get in, they've got to settle down and prove to themselves that they can move the ball. If they let Beaver get one more, they could be in for a long night.
Wallace hits it to the right side, but it'll go out of bounds, and they'll re-kick that one. It was Wallace to tee it up again. Coach just mentioning something to me. Princeton, not great team speed, and they have 2 plays only for Beaver have gone off the tackle over the right or left side. They've gone to the outside of the pitch, and it has been golden for them. They're bread and butter. It's a wobbler. Robbie Martin will take it, but he bobbles it at the 18-yard line. He's going to go left side where the wall is, and he's got some daylight. He's across the 40 down, brought down about the 44-yard line. Good straight ahead running on his own, and it looked as though he got off the pile, and I thought he might hit somebody, Coach, but I think both coaches have done a good job in calming both.
Talking to people, right? Told them settle down, play football. Let's put those penalties, get them out of the ball game.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 44 with 6:47 to go here in the Mercer Bowl, if you will. Wolf still the quarterback. They're going to go out of the I formation, sink as the deep back. Hand-up call to the fullback. Martin, he'll go nowhere. Wallace in on the tackle. He just shot through. He beat the center off the ball, and he nailed Martin coming across as he tried to go over left tackle. He sent 2 to the right. Stroop and Smith wide, and Wolf, the quick drop back. He's got the receiver at the 50-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Gain of 6 on the play. That was number 45. Richard Croy.
Beaver is doing something tonight. The 6, they're shooting at least one linebacker practically every play, and most of the time it's been Steve Banco on the right side, on the short side of the offense there, and he's coming in and he's putting a great deal of pressure on the passer.
Again, they're going to send 2 wide right. You've got Stroop and Smith last time passing. The pitch out to Martin, right side, but a swarming Beaver defense. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
He did a good job that time, Coach.
It was a play out here. It was starting to be a wide play. Beaver had people out there. When he cut back, he just cut right into pursuit. He's not.
Kind of a bold move by Coach Trabucco. 4th and 4 at the 50, 4:55 to go. He's going for the 1st down. In formation, he's got the receiver, but he slipped. Smith slipped, otherwise he'd have been underneath, and he would have beaten Atkins to get the 1st down. They cough up the ball, Coach. Cisco shuttling in to play with 4:52 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 at midfield for Beaver. Taking a rare huddle. Something you really don't see from Bluefield that much. They're going to line up Cortez close to the line. The eye back is Brown. He gets the call, and they go straight ahead. One of the few times off tackle. And a good run, Coach. He's across the 45. So about the 37-yard line.
Well, the Princeton people are really outside conscious now because Beaver has been running outside, and on that particular play, Beaver went up the middle, picked up a first down. Beaver will run up the middle more often when they have that eye set back with a blocker. Now, they're in a formation right now where they'll probably go wide.
First and 10 to 37. They give it to Cortez. He'll go off the trap side. He's across the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Good straight-ahead run. He's a tough kid to bring down.
Good yardage. Good first down yardage.
Gaining 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line. 4:06 to go. As Coach said, Princeton very wary of them going outside. Call it outside consciousness. So they're going to run inside. They're showing they can do it.
This is a reverser wide. Could be a reverser wide. And they'll probably trick.
Reverse. Almost a muff handoff, but Cortez gets to the daylight. He gets 2 on the play.
Got 2. Should have been tackled for a loss and strong running and made a couple of yards, which is a big play at that point.
Since Princeton really doesn't have the team speed, what can they do to stop the outside running? It looks as though Beaver going inside this time because they're trying to force them in. What do you do when you don't have the team speed but you got the size?
Well, you have to spread your defense, but then you're leaving yourself vulnerable to the quick hitters up the middle.
3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Pitch out, Cortez left side. Great down, great play.
42 did a fantastic job.
42-18, Mark Wood and also Curtis Tilley in on the pursuit, but the initial hit, number 42, Mark Wood, and the clipping is the call on the run. They tried to get the block. As a matter of fact, that's why Wood was thrown back, Coach. He makes the tackle, but he's also clipped. The one back, and you know it'll be handoff. Cortez left side. They go inside off the trap. He's across the 40. It looked as though, but good gang tackling by Princeton. Otherwise, he was gone.
That was a big play. It probably puts Beaver in a kicking situation, but with 2 minutes and 36 seconds, Coach Shamar may gamble.
No rush. And he hits a beauty. He'll be taken by Wood at the 15. He won't go anywhere. Gain of about 3 on the play. That is Michael Baldwin, not Wood, on the receiving end. He just put his head down, looked for the wall, and really couldn't do anything, so he smartly just kind of slid in.
It was an ideal kick for that part of the field. It was real high, gave the Beavers a great chance to get down there and cover, which they did.
So now, with a little less than 2 minutes to go, minute 52, Beaver ahead 22-8, 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Princeton deep in their own territory. Still in quarterback, Richie Wolf. They're going to send 45. Richard Croy to the wide right. They're in passing. He's got the receiver, and he punts. Almost intercepted. A good defensive job.
By Chris Burton.
Chris Burton, coach.
Did a great job.
He was stride for stride with the receiver. Make sure he didn't go anywhere. Intended receiver there, 88 Ron Smith, but he was stride for stride.
Here again, shooting that linebacker from the weak side put a great deal of pressure on Wolf, and just as he released that ball, he was hitting. He hit pretty good.
So that'll still be 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line. Minute 30 to go before half. The band is marching out on the field to give us a great halftime performance. They send 2 right. That'll be Stroop and Smith to the left side. The handoff. They tried the draw play, but Beaver not fooled at all. He's lucky if he even gets back to the line of scrimmage. It looks as though a loss of 4 on the play.
What Beaver's doing is every time that Princeton puts 2 wide people out, they're sending all 6 linemen plus both linebackers in there and putting a great deal of pressure on the Princeton passer. In that case, it was a run, but Beaver had a lot of people in there, and Beaver is playing Princeton's wide receivers in a man-for-man situation, and they're blowing 8 people at the passer.
It'll be 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line. A loss of 4 yards on the play. Actually, 3 yards on the play. They officially mark it. Back to pass. In on the blind side. That is 50, but it's caught. Almost. Great defensive play by Steve Brown. On the blind side, number 50, David Potter initially hit him. He lets go a wobbly pass. Now, Coach, you called it during the timeout. Kind of a funny little thing. Will Coach Shamar have an all-out block situation
No
and maybe fall in?
No question. I think he'll send everybody after the ball. Even if you get a rough on the kicker here, it's not. They're up there. They're going. Even if you get a block on the kicker, it won't hurt you here. They're going.
Punting duties. They almost get it. Brown will let it go, but it's going to take a Beaver bounce. He'll just let it bounce, and he downs it at the 30. No, he's going to go with it. A nice, smart play. Coach, they could have had him back at the 31-yard line, but he gets out, and looks at the refs right there, and he didn't see that hit. 22-8. Who would have thought about this one? Bluefield, those drills in practice are paying off. They're holding on to the football. Banco lining up on the right side, just right at the center. Handoff, reverse, fake side. Cortez won't get away from the tackler. He's brought down by number 70 on the play. And it's Eric Bowling. It looked as though Cortez was going to go try and go around, but the big hands of Bowling just brought him down. The loss on the play.
He got great penetration. Here goes Beaver without the huddle.
Here it is. The Beaver Bash, if you want to call it. Quick huddle. Cisco back, rolling left. Trying to avoid the formation, but he'll go down. Again, Bowling in on the tackle. 18, Curtis Tilley also in on the tackle. Nothing you can really do except duck your head and hope for the best.
That's right. You don't want to throw an interception.
And they let the clock tick away. It's 22-8 in favor of Bluefield. Those drills at practice are paying off. And we'll take a timeout on the high school game of the week.
Cole Chevrolet Cadillac has got Chevy trucks to burn. It's our gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz with clearance prices on all new 85 S10 pickups, S10 4x4s and Blazers, plus full-size pickups, Chevy vans, and the new size Astro van. During the gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz on now. Go for the gold at your gold medal Chevy dealer, Cole Chevrolet Cadillac.
The race for number one, college football report. Hard-hitting news and information, complete details and up-to-the-minute scores and highlights, plus interesting features on the people who make college football this nation's most dynamic sport. Hi, everyone. I'm Dave Dials, and if you like college football the way I do, you don't want to miss the race for number one every Saturday right here.
Join Dave Dials and the race for number one college football report, Saturdays at 6, right here on WVBA Channel 6, your center for sports.
Duncan, he has the speed, and anytime you have speed, if you can get it back past the linebackers or at least through the hole, he can get you some yardage. And little Viney is pretty quick.
Is that the run they were looking for, Coach?
Well, you've got to get yardage in chunk here. You can't get 3 and 4 yards with 2 minutes and 54 seconds. You got to get what we call chunk yardage or big yardage, or you're going to have to hit a pass, because I don't think you can go down there 3 and 4 yards and get a score with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go.
Stadium. Who would have thought about this one? The football is staying in the hands of the Beavers. They lead 22-8. Some quick statistics. Cortez Martin, 12 carries, 99 yards. Going to have another outstanding day. And Steve Brown, 6 carries, 53 yards. Also, Coach Pat Cisco, 2 for 2 for 44 yards. Not bad.
Great. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes. And listen, you can throw 2 in a game, and that's a good night.
He hit Cortez. He also Steve Brown, and I tell you, Brown goes to the left side one time, and you got Cortez getting the 2-point extra conversion. Beavers is playing their kind of brand of football.
Right, and the thing we haven't mentioned, there hasn't been a turnover.
It's a high kick. It's going to go straight at Cortez, but Cortez smartly just lets it roll into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Now, Coach, you're deep in your own territory. What do you think Coach Trabucco said? Do we stay? We don't have team speed, but do we contain them to the outside so they don't get yards like they were in the early first half?
Well, you've practiced all week with one defense, or several defenses, and I'm sure he's made some adjustments. He may have widened his tackles out a little bit to help him on the sweep. But here again, when you widen your tackles out, you open yourself up the middle.
And we saw Steve Banco blowing the holes out. He remains in at fullback so far. He has been such a pleasure for Coach Shamar. Cisco hands off to Martin, left side. Go across the 20 to about the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on the play. Second and 5 on the play, Coach, and that's what you want. Now, Steve Banko, you got to admit, a pretty good move moving him from left tackle to fullback.
Actually, what he is doing, instead of playing with 7 linemen, he's moved Banko down there as a blocker. That gives him 8 blockers instead of 7, stronger blockers with a little fullback blocking. He really hasn't carried the ball yet.
The guy's like a Washington Redskin. You know, he's built low to the ground and good football player. Reverse, right side, Martin. Got daylight, he's across the 25. So about the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play. Coach, that'll be first and 10 at the 35, and that's what they want. They're going outside their bread and butter play.
You know, we've given a lot of credit to the runners, but the Beaver kids are doing a great job of getting blockers out in front. Even if they don't get a great block, they're obstructing the Princeton people. Beaver backs are running inside, running around those blocks, and getting good yardage. So
some of the credit you got are 64 Shane Farrell, 52 Kevin Mitchell, 75 John Muzak. They're running on the right side. Handoff, Martin. And no, that is Steve Brown. He'll go to the right side. A big gain of 15 yards on the play. Quickly, another first down, Coach. And they're just going off trap, outside sweep. They're naming their game.
Their offense is in high gear, and as I say, they're doing a great job of blocking up there. They're mixing up. They haven't thrown too many passes, but when they have, they've been extremely successful. But the wide game has set up the inside game now, and really, Princeton has a great deal of difficulty in knowing where Beavers going to attack.
First and 10, midfield, 50-yard line. Eye back, Cortez, he gets a pitch out. Great tackle, number 42. That is Mark Ward. It looked as though almost a face mask. He brought him down by the shoulder pad. Good tackle. That will be a loss of 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 14 to go, Coach, from the 46-yard line. Not bad.
No, good play.
Banko lining up behind left tackle. One back, Steve Brown. Call Brown across the middle, but he'll go nowhere. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage, about the 47-yard line. So 9:37 to go. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the 48-yard line. Officially a gain of a yard on the play. Pitch out. Steve Brown, but here's the flea flicker that Coach Shamar is known for. He's across the line of scrimmage, so he cannot throw it, and he's met hard. Right number 75. What? That's a great hit, Coach. Ed Nieswinder kind of stood him up, threw him back at 47. Matt Sink said, I got you. You're not going anywhere.
Well, Princeton had great coverage downfield. Brown couldn't find the receiver, decided to run, and Princeton did a great job of pursuit outside and really shut off the run that time.
4th and 13 from the 46. Cisco will have to punt. Deep receive for the Tigers. 14, Michael Baldwin.
Over his head.
Over his head. He's going to have to get the ball away quickly. He's at his 11-yard line. He'll be down. It'll be Princeton football on a bad snap. Down at the 10-yard line. The only thing he could do, Coach, if he tried to kick it, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. So he downed it. A bad snap over the head. What do you do?
No, that ball didn't even touch his hands, and he had no chance. It was all he could do to fall on it, which is a good thing he did. And, well, he couldn't kick it, that's for sure.
First and 10, they officially mark it at the 11-yard line. So if they get it to the one, they got 4 tries to get it in. They're going to go out of the tight tee. Martin Call, right side. He's got daylight across the 10, 5. Look out, Tiger, touchdown. One play, 11 yards. Robbie Martin, right side, Coach. Now, he has been the bread and butter all year, but he could not hold on to the football earlier. This time, no one even touched him. He saw daylight, end zone, and I'm in there.
That is a big play, and it could lift the morale of the Princeton people. It could cause a little momentum shift.
We're going to go for the extra point try. Stato, no, it's going to be a fake. Cisco, he's got Walter's got, but it's intercepted by Martin.
We now have a situation where Princeton, in order to win, has to have a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, or enough to tie, rather.
They don't try for the extra point. They try for 2. They tried to get 16, but instead they lose it 22-14. They're down by 8. a key two-point conversion. Cortez over the left side. Right now, kind of haunting the Tigers. Stato does the kick. It's a high, deep kick. Cortez calling for it. He'll take it at about the 8-yard line. Right side looking for the wall, and he's got it. But a good tackle by Wolf. He saves it from going nowhere. He gets across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. And this is normally where the flags start flying, but I think everybody's calmed down a little bit, Coach.
Well, I'm sure the coaches talked about that flag at halftime.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Cortez brought down by Richie Wolf. They're going to go out of the I formation. They hand Cortez right side. He's across the 30, down about the 32-yard line. Good call, Coach, but oh no, yellow on the play.
Holding on, Beaver. And here again, not only are they taking you out of offense, but they're putting you back in a real danger zone in case you have a turnover such as they had last time.
How do you tell them? Scream at them, or do you just say, look, son, you don't do that?
Well, we talked to them, and if that doesn't do any good, then we run hills on Monday.
And that, I think, will be the case for Bluefield. And they do have quite a big hill in back of Bluefield High School, and I think a few players will see the hill, Coach. 2nd and 20 from the 17. Cisco still quarterback, one back. Brown, the pitch out. And he'll go nowhere. What a great tackle by 42. Just a great shoot through. Mark Woody fought off the blocker. That's got to pump up the defense.
Coach Trabucco has made an adjustment. In the early part of the game, 42, Mark Wood was trying to ward off the blockers. Now, as soon as he sees that sweep coming here, he's heading straight upfield, trying to take on blockers, making sure that Cortez doesn't get outside, and then Pursuit is coming up on the inside and handling it.
Wow, that'll be a loss of 6 on the play. 3rd and 23 at their own 14-yard line. They give it to Cortez on the drop play. He gets across the 15, and he gets his own yardage across the 20 to about the 22. Now, that's what you call great leg strength. That's what he's been doing in the weight room, and he's got the leg strength. 3rd quarter, 4th and 17 at their own 20. They're saying 3rd. In motion, Cortez. They fake the handoff. Cisco wants to pass. He's got across the middle. That's first play, Coach. Good play. Good play action pass. Deep fake to Cortez on the left side. Cisco's got the arm, at least showing. You remember when he got that separated shoulder earlier in the first game of the year when we had Bluefield Grammy? He's bounced back and done a great job. Wide out, Steve Brown. They hand off Banco. The first time he gets a call, and he gets a gain of 6 yards on the play. Not a bad call for Banco.
A little trick play there, ran Banco.
Something that Steve Banco's not had much of a chance to do, run the football. And he held on to that for dear life and just ran like a little runaway mag truck. It'll be 2nd and 4, gain of 6 on the play, as we said, at the 45-yard line, 5:16 to go. They're going to go out of the I formation. A little different here. Cortez, their fullback. Steve Brown, the I back. Hand off to Brown. He'll go nowhere. Again, Mark Wood meets him at the line of scrimmage and says, Steve Brown, I got you. You're not going anywhere.
Good play. Real solid defense. Great deal of pressure. At the point of attack, stopped him for no gain.
Wide out, Steve Brown. Hand off Cortez, cross the 45. Down close to midfield, about the 49-yard line, if they officially mark it there. First down, Beaver. They make it by about the nose of the football from the 48-yard line. 3:59 to go, clock ticking away. Banco in to shuttle the play. He's going to line up right behind the center. Now Cisco moves into the left side. Handoff, Steve Brown. He's across midfield to about the 49-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play, the way they mark it. It's at the 49, not the 48. 2nd and 8. 3:10 to go. Handoff, Martin, right side. He's got daylight. He's across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Now there is good blocking on the right side. You got Scott Gather, Kevin Ellison, and they just shoot straight through, Coach, and he's following his blockers. They're not going as much to the sweep on the outside.
No, and the reason for that is that Princeton has changed their defense somewhat, that they're stocking a man outside of the end to prevent the sweep.
2 yards to go for the first down. It'll make it 3rd and 2. Princeton's still in that 6-2 defense, clock ticking away at the 43-yard line. And we'll see what they do. From here, you never know. Banco could get the ball. They could pass it. They hand off to Cortez. He is upended. That is Richie Wolf who upends it. And the way it looked as though he got to the first down marker because he's such a big back. Lone setback. They give it to Cortez. He has the first down. He's across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Automatic first down. You give it to Cortez. That's like money in the bank.
What Bluefield's doing in that short yardage situation there, they have the quarterback set 2 up backs on the short side, and actually they have 4 blockers right at the point of attack there, and just trying to get the yardage for a first down.
Going to go with the long setback. They're going to stick with it. Brown gets the call left side. They try running over the right side behind Gatherum and Ellison, and this time not bad, only a gain of about 2 or 3. 3 if they're lucky.
They try to trap with a nutback, the Banco, and Princeton did a pretty good job.
Back to pass, in formation, Cisco, he's going deep. He wants Cortez, but it's intercepted and broken up pretty well by number 38. Cortez alone back, you know they're going to sweep. No, they go to Steve Brown on the right side. He barely gets any yardage, Coach. He's met, well, Cortez, I think, tries to shoot through to get somewhere and kind of met the line of scrimmage by number 38, Max Wolf. He said, no, you're not going anywhere.
And Eric Bowling penetrated, got in there, and did a good job on defense. Bowling has done a great job on defense now. He's been one of the stronger people in there.
I'm Richard Shoemate, and at Shoemate Oldsmobile, the 1986 Oldsmobiles are rolling in every day, and we want to start the 86 model year off with the bang. So we're offering super deals on all of our 86 Oldsmobiles, so won't you come in today while the selection is fantastic. That's at Shoemate Oldsmobile, Route 460 Green Valley on the Bluefield Princeton Road. Come in and let us prove we care about you.
Yep, it's Buck and Roy and the whole gang from Cornfield County. Some of them just a-talking, some of them just a-loving, and some of them just a-falling. And some of them are just fun to look at. Their special guest this week will be Miss Janie Fricky, country balladeer Bobby Bear, television host Ralph Emery, and up-and-coming singer Benny Wilson. Join us. It's fun.
everybody. Welcome back to Mitchell Stadium. Beginning of the fourth quarter, Beavers on the march. It is 2nd and 9 at their 23-yard line. On the option is Cisco. He's across the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Good play. He did that last time and they scored, Coach. So heads-up ball calling from Coach Shamar on the sideline.
What they actually wanted to do was to go wide and pitch it, but Princeton is covering the outside, and he looked out there and saw the defenders, and he just tucked it and ducked right up and got what yardage he could.
They're going to go out of the pro set formation a little wider than that kind of formation. You got Brown and Martin. Martin the call. No, it's a fake to Martin. Cisco watch Brown, but no, it's off the shoulder pads of number 47, Gary Mills. He had 6 points written on that ball, but I think he was thinking I had that caught before he even had it, and he dropped the ball. Unfortunately, otherwise that was 6 points.
He hung back as soon as the ball was thrown. He made a good break on that. It looks like Beaver may try a field goal.
Gonna be a long one, Coach.
Well, if I were Princeton right here, I would certainly expect a fake. I would certainly expect a fake.
It's going to be a kick of 37 yards and one of the longest in Wallace's career. The kick is up, and it's wide to the left. It is no good. It had the distance.
Roughing the kicker.
We talked about this earlier. They were going to try and block the punt. You don't care about roughing the kicker. But this is a good break. Automatic first down for them.
It'll be a first down.
For once, Beaver is actually getting the breaks. 11:11 to go in the ball game. Roughing the kicker is the call. It'll be an automatic first down for Bluefield. It'll be first and goal. Just inside the 10-yard line. Inside the 10, so Coach, the break they were looking for. They sent everybody to try and block that one, but they get the break Beavers looking for it. As we said, they actually get the break, something you haven't gotten all year. Lone setback, Martin. Pitch out, Martin left side, but he fumbles the football. There's the first turnover of the game. It looks as though Princeton's on the bottom, and they get it. Bluefield had the opportunity. It looked as though they were going to get 6 going to Martin, but a high pitch out from Cisco, and Martin bobbles the ball. Princeton football, first and 10 at their own yard line, but Coach, could be a big turnover. That's something Beaver has done all year. Wolf still the quarterback. Not much where he can go except straight up field. And the handoff, he's got daylight. It looks as though he's gone. This is going to be the run of the game. 95 yards if he can go, but almost a shoestring tackle. He cuts right. Number 35, Robert Martin goes. He's got the touchdown. Robbie Martin, 95 yards from the line of scrimmage. That is the best run we have seen all year.
That was a great run. They blitzed Banco. Again, they blitzed Banco. Somebody picked him up. He broke outside, cut outside the defensive back, made a good move down here on the 35, cut back against the grain, had enough speed to outrun the Beaver secondary.
Fans are on their feet. They are lining up for the field goal, but you've got the wideout, Ron Smith. This is a muddle huddle. They're going to go for the fake. Wolf's the quarterback. They go for it. They throw it to the back six, and he's got the two-point conversion. No, 10:41 to go. We have a tie ball game. Who would have thought about this one? Robbie Martin. This is a brand new football game.
It is that.
Robbie Martin, 95 yards. With that, we will take a high school timeout on the high school game of the week.
The First National Bank of Bluefield has been serving you since 1891, and we've changed to meet our customers' growing banking needs. Hello, I'm Buzz Wilkinson, President of the First National Bank of Bluefield. And in keeping with our long tradition of progress and growth, we're proud to announce the grand opening of our College Avenue branch location. Our College Avenue branch is another chapter in the history of the First National tradition. That's our commitment to serving you with full-service banking. The College Avenue branch offers complete drive-through and convenient walk-in service. And coming soon, 24-hour banking with Impact. It's part of our tradition of service. We're branching out to serve you better. We're looking for better ways to take care of you.
The First National Bank of Bluefield, member FDIC.
Cole Chevrolet Cadillac has got Chevy trucks to burn. It's our gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz with clearance prices on all new 85 S10 pickups, S10 4x4s and Blazers, plus full-size pickups, Chevy vans, and the new size Astro van. During the gold medal Chevy Truck Blitz on now. Go for the gold at your gold medal Chevy dealer, Cole Chevrolet Cadillac.
Okay, back to the action. 10:41 to go. We got a tie ball game, 22-22. If it was scoreless, Joe Sabo going to do the kicking duty. Cortez is back into the ball game. He's shaking off the cramp, and he is called for it. He'll take it at his own 10-yard line. He's got the wall, but Princeton wants him, and he'll almost be brought down, but he gets across the 15 to 30, 35. And it looks as though we got a fumble. It is a Princeton football. Cortez Martin coughs up the football. That is a key break.
No question. Here it again, little turnover bugaboo.
Turnover bugaboo.
Well, Beaver would look like they were going in and turn the ball over, and now on the kickoff, they turn the ball over.
What we had said going into the second half, no fumbles.
No fumbles.
You think we may have put a little voodoo into it?
Well, I think what will be, will be.
Yeah. Oh, 2 fumbles. Cortez has fumbled twice. Touchdown, and Robbie Martin with 95 yards, and again on the kickoff. 35. Handoff Martin right side, that touchdown. He gets across the 35, about the 20 to about the 33-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. That means it'll be 2nd and 8. Backfield. Beaver tries to go inside on the trap, not doing so well in the second half. They cough it up twice. It could be the story. 9:39 to go. It is tied. The pitch out, Martin right side. He's across the 30, 25. He's down about the 22-yard line. Another first down. Key. He's been their workhorse.
Well, really, Princeton hadn't had the ball offensively that much the second half, and at this point now, the Beaver people have to make a stand because the momentum certainly has swung to Princeton. Princeton taking a timeout. Again, you've got to give a lot of credit to Martin. He made a real good run. He cut outside the back, and said made a great move here on the 35. He was in the grasp of a Beaver kid. He cut against the grain and had enough speed to outrun the Beaver pursuit.
9:29 to go. We got a tie ball game. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Handoff Martin left side. He's got daylight, and he's just trying to find the hole, but Beaver meets him at about the 20-yard line. They sent Alan Christian in motion that time. Looks as though they're going to go right, but Beaver not fooled at all. Gain of 3 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 7. 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line. Now this is where everything comes in, offense against defense, especially in the trenches. One advantage for Princeton, they've got the size, no doubt about it. They don't have really the team speed, except in Robbie Martin. He showed you the 99-yard. They said, Stroop on reverse. Martin met right at the line of scrimmage. Okay, pass set. They're going to send Smith and Stroop wide to the right. 3rd and 8 from the 20-yard line. 8:02 to go. No passing. They go to Martin. He's across the 20 to the 16-yard line. He gets a gain of 4 on the play, so it'll be 4th and 4. You're inside the 20. You go for it?
I believe the field goal group is coming on. But you know Princeton hasn't kicked the ball all night, but they've lined up in a regular field goal formation.
It'll be an attempt at 35 yards with 7:34 to go. We don't know if he's got the leg. We'll find out. It's a wobbler, and it goes straight through. No! Referee saying no, just ducked underneath the upright. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Beaver at the 25-yard line. An attempt at 35 yards. He had the distance, and then all of a sudden he just kind of ducked under. It was just a dead duck.
Yeah, it didn't go end over end as a normal field goal. It was more or less evidently the young man kicked it on the side because it had sort of a floater to it.
So it's kind of like the holder didn't really get it up in time, you think?
Well, it could be that the holder had the ball correct, but he hit it on the side rather than right underneath to give it its end-over-end motion.
First and 10 Beavers. 7:26 to go. We got a tie ball game. Handoff Martin, right side across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
Good tackle by 12. He's had a great game. He's hitting Cortez where he has to, down around the ankles with his size.
Richie Wolf in on the tackle. Coach literally picking him up. He's had a fine tackle from the fine game from the free safety position. Also, the quarterback's had a pretty good night, too. Coach, I know one thing. Neither coach wants a tie. They want a win. Second and 9 from the 21. 6:46 to go. We're still tied. Handoff, Steve Brown, left side. He's across the 20 to about the 26, 27-yard line. So that should be a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play.
Anyhow.
Third and 4 from the 26. Handoff, Steve Brown across the 25, 27.
Short by about a foot.
Now, Coach, you were saying to me that what they've done is spread out their defense. They moved 47 out to the left. They have also moved Richie Wolf out wide to the right so that Cortez cannot go on the sweep, and then they've got the instant pursuit when they need it.
In the second half, Coach Trabucco, what he has done, he has moved a person outside of his left end or stacked behind him slightly to the outside and done the same thing on the right side and really forcing Bluefield to run more up the middle. And if they're going to run outside, they're going to run against Princeton's strength, which is stacked up out there. And so Coach Shamar is doing what he has to do and run inside. But in this case, he lacks about a ball or a foot to be a first down. I don't know if he's going to gamble or not.
Fourth and 1, 29-yard line if you want to call that. We'll call it 4th and 1 and a football. And Beaver calls a timeout with 5:48 to go. What do you call in a situation like this?
I think that he called a timeout because I definitely feel he's going to gamble. And it will be a gamble, but I think he's going to gamble. But here again, he wants to win. Normally, you wouldn't call a timeout if you're going to punt.
Good point. Okay, they're going to go for it. That's the call from Coach Colbro. Let's see if Beaver's going to do what he says. You never know. They could go for the flea flicker. This is a perfect opportunity.
Then on the other hand, what it could do is being lined up in punt formation, hoping to draw a Princeton player offside and not have to get a play away.
The long setback, Cortez Martin.
There
And they go straight ahead with Cisco. They got the first down.
They got it.
A key first down. It was only 4th and a foot, or fourth and a football. They do have it. They're going to bring in the chains to make it official, but from up here, it looks as though they did get it. Cisco following Scott Gatherum on the center. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A gain of almost a yard and a half.
He got about a yard and a half.
Okay, 5:32 to go. 1st and 10, 31-yard line. Long setback, Steve Brown, Cortez. They fake the reverse. They go right side to Cortez. Across the 31 to about the 33-yard line. 34 if they mark his motion.
Right, here again, I know I'm sounding redundant, but Princeton has done a good job of changing their defense in the second half. Beaver has not quite been as successful running the wide stuff the second half. They pretty much had their own way the first half.
Richie Wolf gets up off the ground. It looks as though he got the wind knocked out of him. He trots off under his own power. 5:11 to go. 2nd and 6 for Beaver at the 34-yard line. Make it the 34.5-yard line. Long setback will be Cortez Martin. Bankel's going to line up off the left tackle. Also, Steve Brown left side handoff. Martin, he goes where the strong blocking is. He's across the 35 to about the 39-yard line. They're close to a first down. Well, let's make it about 3-4 yards short.
About 3 yards short. Bluefield is going more to their inside game the second half.
Out of the I formation. Handoff. Cortez right side across the 40 to about the 44, 43 and a half yard line. He got the first down. He gets first and 10 with 4:22 to go in the game. And they're on the mark. The clock does stop, allowing Beaver to gain their breath and to call a couple of plays.
No question. Beavers on what we call a controlled drive. They're not getting the great big yardage, but they're knocking out the first downs within 3 plays. It's awful tough to do to march 75, 80 yards like that, because normally you have a penalty, an offside, a mistake. But a good football team can do it.
First and 10, 43. Quick handoff. Banco. He's across the 44 to about the 45-yard line. If he got that. They tried that before, and he went quickly in the third quarter. He got about 6 on the play there. He only got about 2.
Yep. Princeton is making them earn their yardage. It's a short yardage offense so far, but I really suspect shortly to see Coach Shamar open up with something.
That'll make it 2nd and 9, a gain of a yard on the play. The ball exactly at midfield. Passing formation. He wants Chris Burton.
Intercepted.
Throws it, but it's intercepted. A good timely interception for Princeton. He's across the 45 midfield. Still running under his own power. Mark Howard, a great interception. We have 2 flags on the play. Could be personal foul, Coach.
I didn't see the call. We'll have to wait for the officials to give us a signal.
They're going to march it off. A big break. Key interception. Mark Howard comes down with the underthrown pass from Pasisco, intended receiver. Number 83, Chris Burton, underthrows him. Come back. A return of 24 yards on the play, Coach. Face mask. They mark it off.
And in what we call 4 downs, there's no question. Princeton doesn't punt in this situation. They've got 4 downs to get a first down.
First and 10, 28-yard line, a big 15-yard penalty. 40-yard return. The attack on. He's almost met in the backfield. Sink goes down.
There was a case where Banco here dealt, got in the backfield, made a strong hit on the back. The back bounced off, but ended up for a loss.
35, Richard Shoup in on the tackle. They send Stroop and also Ron Smith wide out to the right. Handoff, Martin, left side, he's got daylight. He's across the 15, about the 13-yard line. Good heads-up tackle, 43, Steve Brown. Also number 83, Chris Burton in on the stop, Coach. And he was hit hard. It looked as though he was gone, but those guys showed up out of nowhere.
The 2 backs closed in on him, one from each side. That really prevented a touchdown. We're at a 3rd and 5 situation. This is an any play down. You can do what you want here.
Less than 2 minutes to go. The clock ticking away. 1:56 to go. 5 to go for the first. Again, Stroop and Ron Smith wide out. You got the I formation. The handoff almost to Stroop, but no, it's a good heads-up tackle. 53 in Kevin Ellison. A good QB sack, Coach.
And this takes them, really, I think this takes them out of field goal range, but Coach is going to try it. He's going to try it.
Last time, Joe Solo not having the kind of luck that he does in practice, but then again, he doesn't have the pressure that he normally does. He tried a 35-yarder before. This one, a 45-yard field goal. The kick is up. Oh, it's a line drive. No good. No question about that one. It looked as though he hit that one just on the top of the ball. Line drive. No good. Okay, Coach, 1:10 to go. The game tied at 22. What do you do if you're Coach Shamar?
Well, all of us think a little different, but here again, you can gamble with long passes. If they're intercepted, they're the same as a punt if you make your tackle. It's pretty hard here again to stay on the ground unless you get some big gainers and get one from here. I look for the ball to be up, and I look for the ball to be thrown long. And here again, I say the long pass really doesn't hurt you as much as the interception. because if you make the tackle, it's the same as a kick.
The ball goes back to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Beaver. Minute 10 to go. The game is tied, and the fans are on their feet. Cortez goes wide out. Brown comes back into the backfield. Drop play.
Draw play.
Brown gets the handoff. He's
run.
to the 30-yard line. Nice little call.
Good
10
run.
yards on the play. Another 1st down.
Good run.
Flea flicker time.
Well, anything. Here again, that particular play, they lined up with no back there, and all of a sudden Brown's come running back. You never would have thought he was going to carry the ball. It looked like he was confused on where to be, and then he ends up carrying it on a draw play. Every long pass that Bluefield has thrown tonight has been to Martin. He seems to be the deep threat. The other passes that they've thrown him underneath to the other people. But Martin has been the deep threat.
They tried to go to Chris Burton. Remember, Mark Wood stepped in front of him and said, interception. Long setback. Cortez, they're going to pass.
It's just...
little shuttle pass. It goes to Brown. He's across the 40, the 38-yard line. Excuse me, 48, and a nice little pass. Nice little shuttle pass. I wouldn't have expected that for the world, would you?
No, it's a good gadget play, but my goodness, it kept him, give him a 1st down. Got good yardage. A couple more. They'll need a couple more plays like that.
Okay, we got 48 seconds ticking away. 1st and 10, 43-yard line. Not the 48. Little shuttle pass. There it is again. Little flea flicker. It's what they wanted. It's what Coach Samar is known for. He is deadly for that. 43, 42. They're going to line up out of the pro set. Wallace and Brown back to pass. They're sending everybody deep. He's got the receiver. He's got Burton on the middle, but a good heads-up play. It's broken up by number 29, Allen Christian. Good defensive play.
Good coverage.
He threw into traffic, though. Why? You had Cortez. You had Brown on the left side. Why throw into traffic?
Well, he was getting a little pressure. Cortez was going deep, and I really don't think he saw Cortez.
Well, you've got 3 more downs to try it. 2nd and 10, 43-yard line. Again, a passing situation, or maybe a little sweep out and see how far he can go.
Could be. He's got 2 downs to play with, but he only has 32 seconds. The yardage isn't, the 1st down isn't your thing that you want now. You need a score.
Cortez
in
so
position.
far, goes 19 at 125. Cisco's got Burton, but he overthrows him again, and almost another interception by Mark Wood.
Princeton's in it pretty much of a prevent. They're dropping a lot of people back. It's going to be awful difficult to complete a pass underneath because Princeton is dropping a lot of folks back.
28 seconds to go. 3rd and 10, 43-yard line. Game still tied at 2. 22. He's going deep for Cortez, but it looks like it's overthrown. He almost makes a great catch, but out of bounds. Nice defensive play by 33. Chuck Autry also there. Number 12, Richie Wolf. He got the wind knocked out of him, but he comes back in Tiger fashion to knock him out of bounds. If he would have made that, I couldn't believe it if he would have made the catch. It looked as though he had it, but he came down and he lost the football. So
had he made the catch, he would have been out of bounds because when he came down, his foot was clearly on the line.
21 seconds to go. 4th and 10, 43-yard lines. Game still tied at 22. To try right side, Cortez. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. A great tackle, number 70, Eric Bowling. He brings him down at the line of scrimmage. We have another flag on the play. It looks as though it's against Bluefield.
But it'll be refused. It'll be refused. Princeton has the ball, maybe get in 2 plays.
1st and 10, 43. They've shown Joe Sabo cannot kick, so now it's time to go for it. You got 14 seconds to go. What do you do?
Well, I don't think there's any question it'll be in the air. I don't think there's any question.
You got two. You got Alan Christian to the right and also Ron Smith. Wolf the pass. He's got him across the middle. The gainer, Ron Smith, will go in for the touchdown, a 43-yard play. The game is over. The Tigers win a 43-yard strike. And it's pandemonium here. We're going to let the fans just take it out from here. A game-ending touchdown play. Richie Wolf, coach, called it passing formation. What do you say? A fantastic play. Ron Smith will take a timeout on the high school game of the week.
Hi, I'm Richard Shoemate, and at Shoemate Oldsmobile, the 1986 Oldsmobiles are rolling in every day. And we want to start the 86 model year off with the bang. So we're offering super deals on all of our 86 Oldsmobiles. So won't you come in today while the selection is fantastic? That's at Shoemate Oldsmobile, Route 460 Green Valley on the Bluefield Princeton Road. Come in and let us prove we care about you.
The First National Bank of Bluefield has been serving you since 1891, and we've changed to meet our customers' growing banking needs. Hello, I'm Buzz Wilkinson, President of the First National Bank of Bluefield. And in keeping with our long tradition of progress and growth, we're proud to announce the grand opening of our College Avenue branch location. Our College Avenue branch is another chapter in the history of the First National tradition. That's our commitment to serving you with full-service banking. The College Avenue branch offers complete drive-through and convenient walk-in service. And coming soon, 24-hour banking with Impact. It's part of our tradition of service. We're branching out to serve you better. We're looking for better ways to take care of you.
The First National Bank of Bluefield, member FDIC.
First of all, where'd you get this play?
Well, they played Stonewall a few years ago, and we saw Stonewall threw 3 passes on it and for touchdowns, and we put it in Thursday, and that was our last hope, and so we went for it. And I was going to throw the flag because we didn't have no timeouts left, and I hoped we'd catch it and get out of bounds and kick the field goal. But then my wide receiver said, no, coach, just throw the post if I can get it, and so we threw the post.
Why the defensive adjustment? Beaver ran wide on you all game. All of a sudden, coach makes the comment during the game. You went wide out. You slowed Beaver down, and they had to go inside.
Well, what we did, we were playing a 6 technique with our end, okay? And he was pinching inside a lot, our 6 technique. So what we did was we changed his alignment and didn't allow him to pinch in on our blitzes. He just had to play contained, and that stopped it. But they tore us up with it in the beginning.
Is this the season?
Well, you know, I hate to put one game as far as season because we like to win as many games as we possibly can, but this is a great win for the community and for our kids, and, you know, I guess it helps the season.
Coach, the thing that I was impressed with, they had you 22-8. They didn't score the second half. Your kids hung in there, really didn't have the ball that much the second half. The big 95-yarder, that quick touchdown, it looked like, you know, it was lights out. They had the bad snap. It looked like they're going in. They have a fumble. But your kids hung in there and did a great job. You've got to say, you've got to be proud of that.
Yeah, I'm awful proud of them. I tell you, I never thought that we could come over here and dominate like a lot of people thought we could. I have a lot of respect for Coach Lamar, and he has some good talent kids, the running backs, and his kids always play hard, and they never let up. And I knew it was going to be a battle, and I was just hoping we could come down in the end and win it. And that's what we did.
Hi, I'm Richard Shoemate, and at Shoemate Oldsmobile, the 1986 Oldsmobiles are rolling in every day. And we want to start the 86 model year off with the bang. So we're offering super deals on all of our 86 Oldsmobiles. So won't you come in today while the selection is fantastic? That's at Shoemate Oldsmobile, Route 460 Green Valley on the Bluefield Princeton Road. Come in and let us prove we care about